Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, it's October, 5th? Let's go see what movie we're watching. Let's go. October 5. What are we watching today?
I'm gonna try to read it.
Okay, I think it's in cursive though.
What is this?
Cursive font. You haven't learned cursive yet.
What is this? Letter.
G.
G.
No, that's a R after the G.
Great.
No, the next letter is E-L at the end. And that's an L at the end.
Gretel.
Yeah. I don't even know if you've ever heard that word before.
Gretel and
And then I think it's, yeah, E-L at the end. That's another name that you've never heard.
Hansel.
Yeah. So what's the full title?
What is it, this word?
You just said it. Gretel.
Gretel and Hansel.
Yep. Which is a rearrangement of the words Hansel and Gretel. Good work. I think that's a Osgood movie. All right, before we go to the movie, we went to a hardware store today called Menards. And I had this series for a while called Hardware of Horror. And I guess that might be what this is, although it's like a super family-friendly Halloween decorations that are there. But anyway, we looked at some of the Halloween decorations. So let's do that first, and then I'll get to talking about Hansel and Gretel.
Here's something. Scary music. I don't know what that Christmas stuff.
Ooh, I love that cat.
Tomorrow.
Gonna get that, Mom? It's cute.
They're tiny. Put a hat on.
Ah,
Can I see
scary
myself?
pandas.
Can I see what myself looks like? I want to see what I look like.
That looks pretty scary.
I can see through these curtains. Oh gosh, I'm gonna look so free.
You look like the Joker.
Really?
You both look like scary clowns. That's a spooky looking one.
Ah! Dad, I need to try this. Dad.
What? Ah! All right, so now let's go watch Hansel and Gretel. No, I said Hansel and Gretel. Sorry. Gretel and Hansel. Okay, that movie, Osgood Perkins, right? I mean, I've seen some of his stuff now. What I've seen, Long Legs and Blackcoat's Daughter, and then what else has he done? I think I saw a third one, didn't I? Maybe not. The Monkey, I didn't see that. He did The Monkey. I haven't seen that. Maybe I've only seen two of his things. Is there another one out there? I don't know. But this had some great cinematography in it. I also like the score, who I saw was by Rob. Don't know who that is, just Rob. And yeah, the cinematography in this, we had some great lighting going on as well. A lot of that triangular composition, just steady on the screen there. Look for those. Cool architecture going on. A couple of different like eras, I feel like, sort of mashed together here. But yeah, Gretel and Hansel. It, you know, they swapped the names. Normally we say Hansel and Gretel, so much to where I messed it up like I did earlier. And Gretel and Hansel here, you know, most of the focus is on Gretel. Hansel is there. Hansel still plays a big part. We got the witch. And that's really most of it. That's most of it. And I feel like the movie did take some of the pacing was a little slow and like not engaging heavily in the early portion, but then I was like, you know, heavily engaged in the later portion of the film. But what's nice is even though things are going a little slow moving sort of in the late beginning or early middle, the visuals are just so good that, you know, you're fine with it. You're fine with it. You're fine with it. You're fine with that. But this movie, I feel like, is touching on a few different things, like, you know, growing up, you gotta take your own path. You got to grow up and move out of your parents' basement, that sort of thing. You gotta maybe cut certain ties here and there. What else? There were other things that I planned on talking about. Oh yeah, the whole like original story of Hansel and Gretel, you know, where it's like the plague's going on or something, so they sent the kids into the forest, but then you have to give them, you know, cautionary tales and things like that so that they're safe in the forest, and, you know, stay away from gluttony and excess and stuff like that. So that's all there with the witch and the food and all of that. And yeah, the way the witch makes all of those the feasts is pretty interesting and grotesque and pretty cool. And there was a twist on this where the witch and Gretel sort of have a teacher-student thing going on, and that took an interesting turn, like in that's nothing we ever hear in the story, you know, but it does happen here, and I think it makes for an interesting, ambiguous ending, which is cool. But yeah, overall, I liked this movie. I'm curious, have you seen this, Osgood Perkins? I think Blackcoat's Daughter is still my favorite of them all that I've seen, but I still have to see Monkey, and then I feel like I'm forgetting one. But I loved the visuals here. I feel like this would probably have the best visuals, although I do like a lot of the visuals in cinematography in Long Legs. Even though Long Legs is like a very messy, weird movie, I really like looking at it. A lot of the camera work is cool, and you know, all the stuff that's making me think of, you know, procedurals, or I don't know, stuff like Silence of the Lambs, stuff like that's very cool. But this one, like in terms of like visual art, I found all of this pleasing. Maybe at this point mainstream,
maybe at this point, obvious, but I liked it. I liked it. So, you know, I guess it makes me think of stuff like The Borrowers or Mouse Hunt or The Village, you know, stuff like that. I like that. But anyway, have you seen this movie? And if so, what do you think of it? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.